club, and if you have not read the title, I would, especially if you have like any triggers. But let's start a new game. Also, I'm gonna read these in my impressions of the character. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention to my draw. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. So it kind of just works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. Starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. They caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Lily. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Also, wait. I just want to say something. Oh yeah. There is mentions of death and lots of death in here, so like, if you don't feel like reading the intro, so just wanted to let you know. Now, so cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the students will come increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lily, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. Also, sorry for stopping again. But I did my makeup for this and I really like it. Yeah, I know this is probably weird. Okay. Did I? Like, did I though? It's very possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I just simply go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry too much about me when I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Sounds like me. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET, and because you're not used to the world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I mean, why not? Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself lecture her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. There we go. Okay. School day is as ordinary as ever. Before I knew it, after I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have came into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting in here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it, but she thought it would be a fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I'm bringing it in December. And that's what made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned this all out. I let out alongside. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Whatever that word is, follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section for the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature classroom. Sayori, it was so nice to have you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Lily, what a nice. Welcome to. All words escape me in this situation. This club? Yeah, I'm not reading that line. This full of incredibly cute. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly. Well, I probably should have whispered that then. Into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, a wistful of energy. This is Yuri, smartest in the club. Don't say that. Yuri, who appears Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like, oh wait, no, Monica, is that right? Right. It's great to see you again, Ellie. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of it. So, having her smile at me so gently feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Lily. We made a... I read that one. Come sit down, Lily. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some too? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As they already mentioned, it's been widened, so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so big. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. So Yuri grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Not for you, dummy. Alright. I give up Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each one of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? So rude to teach me information. After all, it doesn't matter. Tea will be a very good job. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's fine. And so did Yuri looks away. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the Later Club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Later Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Ha! Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics. Also, by the way, my laugh for Monica just goes, ha! It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicate. I can't, apparently. And how to prepare for this. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also commented. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. That actually sounds a little mean. It must be hard to start a new club. You could think that. Not many people are very interested in pouring out all the effort into something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Literature. Well, doesn't literature grab a lot of attention though? You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Sayori and Natsuki sound a lot alike, same with Yuri and Monica. I'm being honest here, they do. They're different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. I was gonna say for a second, aren't there 4? Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. But I still don't know if I can't keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. What kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past years, I don't have a good way of answering that. manga. I mutterly quiet to myself. Not joking. Natsuki had certainly perks up. Like, what does she do? Like, just hide off the screen and then just be like, hi! Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. My main question is, what does his sad smile just mean? Like a fake smile? Like question mark? Anyway, what about you, Yuri? I accidentally did Yuri's voice. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that delve deep in complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading, but seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. That's a huge line. Not gonna lie. But you know, I like a lot of stories with deep psychological elements. Usually immerse me in a spell. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so whatever that word is, take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri and I will be having a conversation with Brock. Really? I didn't expect that. Someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But it makes me think, or takes me to another world that I'm in. And I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. I've only horror book-wise, I think I've only read Goosebumps. Or at least from what I know on the top of my head. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, not do that. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! I'm sorry. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as good as you are. Yuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Doing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience in your career? Maybe you can share some of your work by an example and help other people. My voice spiked up like 5 times during that, but it sounded nice in my opinion. I don't know how it sounds on the microphone. Hopefully good. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. The music is not letting it be silent. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone can yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Lily? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back at the original topic of me joining the club, you know the one we were talking about like a while back? I bluntly come with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Saturday nights convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. I lost my mind. I'm at peace. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day with beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. I'm kind of confused, because did it go from Sayori to Natsuki, or did it just like go random, or did it go from Natsuki to Sayori? Probably Sayori to Natsuki, but I mean, there's something, I guess. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Lily, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. No, ta-ha-ha! Yeah. And I really impressed the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Lily, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! My voice is high there. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, I need to figure out what character path I should take. My favorite, personally, is Natsuki. So, I guess I'll do the Natsuki path. Because I feel like that would be like a smart idea. Because it says, with whoever, something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the best. Because you have to pick their favorite words. So, I'm gonna do Natsuki. Also, I have a wig for Natsuki, so I do cosplay her, so. Okay, what do I think it goes? Okay. Yup, okay. Lollipop. Sparkle. Oh no. Dang it, that's Sayori. There's Sayori. Marshmallow. Kawaii, which means cute in Japanese. I'm gonna have to say pink or parfait, but I'm gonna have to say pink. Ooh, probably not this one. I feel like actually, yeah, clouds. I feel like I'm going like way too close to that. Rainbow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Actually, yeah, I am. Vanilla. Okay, I think so far we got like 10 out of 20 so far, but I'm not done yet. Mostly Natsuki. So, candy. Doki Doki. And also, by the way, there's multiple paths for this, so games. Okay, that was a guess, but toy. Yeah, I should have saw that one. I feel like love with. I'm starting to head her way. Strawberry. Okay. I should have seen that one. And then I'm gonna do a cat because Natsuki likes cute things, as she said. Plus, she made cat cupcakes. So, hi, Kimberly. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Lit Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. But yeah, like I said, multiple paths. So, like, if you like want another path, I know some other people have done other paths. So, I was the last to come in, so well, I read that line. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lily. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not, whatever that is, to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Girl, I wrote my poem about you. Chill. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. So Sayori's like kind of like putting her bus underneath the bus, herself underneath the bus, question mark, you know? So like, is she? I mean, she probably didn't say the fact that she like kind of forced them to go, but and last year too. I don't want to just come here and hang out the one, but fuck you. You won't see the end of it. That's okay. You certainly have a big mouth for someone to keep the manga collection in the club with. That's amazing. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying the words Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Lily always gives it her best as long as she's having fun. Yeah, I'm replacing the he, him pronouns to she, her, because I use she, her. And he is a boy, but I'm the person playing, so I'm just going to replace it. He helps me with his busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning the room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. I didn't know. I forgot that part. Is that so? You two are really good friends, right? I might be a little jealous. Oh, come! You and Lily can become great friends, too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nice. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's probably really not. What did I say? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. We're here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this... Wait. How is this girl accidentally being so... Okay. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities at the pub. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation with them. I mean, probably this one. No. This one, or this one, but this one's near the door, so I mainly suspect this one. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh! I hear Natsuki utter an expressed sigh from within the closet. I literally just read that. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person is. How did you know anyway? Her just peeking back. Her just peeking into Yuri and my conversation. I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatched it out of my hand. Wiper, no, swiping! She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way, out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it. Through the glass on that door. She points up to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Lily. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly... No. Don't just stand there! What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath windowsills. So right there. Like right here. Right where my mouse is. Okay. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. And, I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and pushes it away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a partially bad thing. I opened the door. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space in hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining, though, to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that doesn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning, it's about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to be? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I'd ever get into anything in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Yeah, I believe that's you, Natsuki. Sorry. It's sorry, but I'm being honest. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Can we just admire Natsuki for a second? Like, wait, how do I get... I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Like... No, I don't want it to do that. No. I want to, like... I forget how to do it. It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I was going to say when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? I'm sorry, the eye move is just creepy. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? share your manga with your friend? Do not rub it in. Please. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think mangas for kids. I can't even bring it up with them without them being all, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? That like really matters. Which part, Natsuki? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he was. At least it's safe in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is one of my favorite characters. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Let's finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual boss. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Are you already with today's... Oh, come on! Your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close we are. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb, just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? Okay. I only got part away through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this, but I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't win? Alright. I accidentally just did one of her accents, that's cool. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that's everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem to first? You see, this is a good question. So, okay, so I'm probably gonna go Natsuki, Yuri, Sayori, Monika. No, Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested. That's amazing. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki can reread my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving it mine. And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Wow, that's just a good way to, like, change, like, everything. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when reading this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. So you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because I am. Okay. Eagles can fly. No, I'm not, apparently. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sleep, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can fry, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Her eyes just went, what? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all, wherever that word is and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You expect that from the youngest one here. Yeah, I guess not. I just had to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I don't want to take that away from her. Okay, so then next up we have Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? How is that your first time writing a poem, though? That's the real question. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hand. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. So it might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened, not weekend. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something we can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all kinds of practice and learning by example and I also hope that everybody else knows how to use valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little yes, though. Yes? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. making fun of Natsuki 101. Don't worry, I like Natsuki. I'm not trying to make fun of her, but I just thought that would be funny. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Uh-oh. That's in cursive. Wait. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I managed to read that, hopefully correct. So, I'm sorry, I have such terrible hair. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. What, like script like this one right here? Like this? I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It is though. It is. I love that I just did. That's okay. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer. Not at all. I'm really glad. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more refined. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. But I suppose you did only glance over it after all. No, I read it. I didn't glance over it. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it in that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing Yuri. Really, not Yuri. I accidentally said her name. Well, it makes me happy that you think. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I'm just gonna make Monica mad by like sharing with her last. Aren't I? This is a good poem, Lily. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. I mean, how would I mean, I'm shocked that it is. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. That just sounds mean. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in this classroom. Oh, not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Lily, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means for her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you do that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poems too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Also, the one thing I like with the poems is that, like, they kind of just, like, they change the music when, like, you're sharing or go, like, somewhere out of the main zone. They always share the music. It's just so cool. Like, if you noticed, I wasn't paying attention with Yuri, but I know for Natsuki it also did this. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast. Now. You can tell she, like, did it, like, early in the morning. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No, it's just a little bit. Oh, I was hitting one button. I was like, why isn't it going to the next line? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night, but at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean! Yeah, for real, stop being mean. Get out. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Eggs on an island? Question mark? Or did you have eggs and then toast separately? even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I rarely eat breakfast. I'm just not hungry in the morning, so I just eat lunch and dinner. So don't like think I'm not like eating on purpose. No. I get all cranky. Well, guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Aw, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Just imagine if I hovered over her name and tried to like escape, and I was just like, just Monica. Why did that actually scare me a little bit? Her just staring there into your soul. Hi, Millie. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Who isn't? I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I had to. So haha! Don't worry, Lily. We all are a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Have it, Monica. I like it, Lily. Really? A lot cuter than I expected. So huh? Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that's cute. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Silverstein? I can't say that name. Sorry if I said it wrong. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I'm comfortable sharing them. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits me. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Yeah, you're scary. You're scary. Like, I don't know why, I even gave her, like, a creepy voice. Like, she's now from a horror movie now, 101. Question mark. Just Monica horror movie. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Is there, like, a way, like, you can make it like Monica, and then, like, when you share it to her, she's like, just Monica? That would actually be funny. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them on. Anyways, let's read my poem now. Don't worry, I'm not very good. So I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be, quote-unquote, very good. Well, that's because I sound so confident. That doesn't mean I feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. And it couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle I thought spackle cartoons. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a flimmer left out in the sun, but it's too late. My routine. Always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Yeah, Monica's creepy. Monica's creepy. I refuse to believe she's not creepy. She is. Period. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you like to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. So, haha. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines when performed out loud. It can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit, and yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Monica, you scare me when you say that. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up for later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. This time it's not creepy. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You're scary, Monica. Scary, Monica. Just scares. I don't know. She's scary, I guess. I don't know how to phrase her. I guess that's everyone. I guess. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they, how do you say Sayori? Sayori like just sitting there like, I'm reading my own poem for the millionth time today. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrowed in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Cute? You completely missed the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language. I was trying. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Lily did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my rights. I Lily liked my poem too. She even told me she was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh no! This doesn't sound good. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lily appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And are you that full of yourself? If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lily started showing up. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. It takes you that long to notice. Suddenly, both girls. Okay, Lily. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lily. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effective. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary annoying, it's also a bad waste. You understand that, Lily? Well? How did I get dragged in this in the first place? Oh, because you wanted a cupcake. A cupcake! It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Help me say where. That would actually be funny. I like Yuri, but I like Natsuki more. But I like both of them though. So like, how am I supposed to try to say like help me say where? Because that would be awkward. And they think I like neither. So Natsuki it is. I'm sorry, Yuri fans. I'm doing it. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain and I attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem too. Good job at that. Yeah, it did. Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me! Natsuki's voice fine. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it is definitely hard. It looks like we learned that stuff. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder, Sailor is nodding. Yeah, so you don't really need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks, no? He finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. They don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you think... Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Lily. Sheesh! Sheesh! Natsuki takes a breath. Natsuki glances around the room. Would everybody stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she expected. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? Like, she was just like, hey, I'm in the conversation now. I'll do it. Huh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, not that we're past that. Everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that I was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Lily. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Like Natsuki said, you had to put the way to ruin the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we didn't wish to relate things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book and write it. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. And about what? That's not the most important thing about the club. The most important thing is having fun. Oh. Well, I guess that's why you're vice president. In the end, Monica's right. Being a literal probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing, but in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I think it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Really? What about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone, not everything. Anything and everything, all of the time. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your poems too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Lily, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori at me. What is she, like a light? It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Like the one time when she tried to burn down her house on accident. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, that kind of thing happened often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. So they fight normally. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Yeah. You know, Lily, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really have to stop there? We'll just have to see the future told Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that for myself and to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an intentional monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay. So, we're gonna do one more poem, and then I'm thinking of ending the stream. and then we'll have multiple parts to this, and then like this will just be part 1. Also, like right now we don't have like the green like working right now, like so dark, but don't worry, that'll probably be fixed soon. So okay, anime is definitely Natsuki. Fluffy. Kawaii. Color? Question mark? Yeah, that's sad for Natsuki. Silly. It's gonna be Sayori. Give it. Bubbles. Parfait. What? Amazing. Okay, clouds. Sunny. Lollipop. Sweet. Oh, come on, that was nice. I'm gonna accidentally get Sayori. But I don't want Sayori. Squirrel. Flowers. Come on, it's gonna end up being Sayori. It's gonna end up being Sayori, I'm telling you. Jumpy. But that's... Oh! Okay then. It's gonna be Sayori. I accidentally am probably gonna have yeah, I hoped I got Natsuki, but let's see real fast. And then wait, settings, main menu. Okay, so I think we're gonna end it off here with Doki Literature Club for today. So, have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And, well, I guess I'll just see you next time. And thank you for 300 subscribers again. Bye.